It's finally here, the Ripmo V3. I think for a lot of people, the Ripmo has always been that perfect one bike to do it all. Having a 150/60 travel, being a really, really good climber and equally good descender has always made it one of our top recommendations at the shop. I know that that swoopy top tube is very divisive, and now with this more industrial look, I think it's going to bring a lot more people to the brand. Ibis has been pretty smart about not reinventing the wheel on this one. The head tube angle has been slackened from 64.9 degrees to 64.5 degrees. Seat tube angle is staying roughly the same, but one of the big changes they've made is that now this has proportional chainstays or size-specific chainstays. For the smaller riders or the taller riders at opposite ends of the size spectrum, the size-specific chainstays are going to be a nice welcome change. Now, the Ripmo is also mullet compatible, so we've got a flip chip right here behind me, and this is going to make a few mil difference depending on what mode you're setting it up for. The small and mediums are going to come with a mullet from the factory, but now we have a new size called extra medium, large, and extra large. Those are all going to come full 29er, but you do have the ability to change it later on down the road. Over the past couple of years, the Ripmo had kind of been beefed up a little bit. As far as I know, it was due to some supply issues, and they started speccing the Ripmo with an X2 and a Fox 38. The Ripmo was always supposed to be kind of that 36 range, so somewhere in the middle, and it gave it a lot more kind of versatility on the descent, so we see a lot of people riding those on some pretty gnarly trails. This one's bringing it back. Now that we have the HD6, we don't really need that 38 on here. So this is going to be a little bit lighter, a little bit more playful, and it's going to climb just that little bit extra. Another nice little feature they added is the storage compartment. So very easy to access, and a really nice touch is the Cotopaxi bags that they designed for the down tube. You get two of these. One is more of a tool wrap, and then this one's just kind of a nice little open bag. You could put a burrito in here or something like that. In the past, all the carbon Ripmos were coming with full Fox factory suspension, and this year we're going to have a new option that's going to be a little bit more accessible, and it's going to come with bomber suspension, but still the carbon frame. So we're looking forward to seeing that one, hopefully bringing a few more people up into the carbon level. So is the Ripmo the right bike for you? Well, probably. If you find that you're doing a little bit more XC these days, there's a new Ripley too. So maybe check that one out. And if you're throwing a fair bit of bike park in the mix, HD6 might suit you better, but for just about everything, you could get away with one of these. They're gonna pedal great for those cross-country days, and you can bring this to the bike park. It'll be all right. The geo refinements on this new Ripmo are relatively subtle, and we like that. This has always kind of been that Goldilocks bike, and they have just done a really good job of keeping it in that place. Thanks for checking out the new Ripmo V3 with us. We're hoping to have a little bit more in-depth review coming out once we have some more time on the bike. But after this one day, we're all very, very excited. We're excited for you to try it. So come on down to the shop and pre-order one if this is the one bike to rule them all.